every day. I gotta go hard every day. I gotta go hard every day. I gotta go hard every day. The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 95 chain. Talk to 'em. I hit my dance, I hit my blitz, I get my pay. I choke my move, I'm in my bag, I'm in my woo. I'm winning them all, I'm good with these tools, they playing to lose. Madden the move, the Madden move is sticking you fools. I can't lie, I break the lie. Pass the right, I'm on the go. My doors right, headed to the top. Yeah, I win a lot. The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 95 chain. I hit my dance, I hit my blitz, I get my pay. I juke my move, I'm in my bag, I'm in my woo. I'm winning them all, I'm good with these tools, they playing to lose. Madden the move, the Madden move, he's sticking you fools. I can't lie, I break the lie.
And really, I'm gonna be responding to you, so I don't want to cut you off or anything. So I'm gonna get my knees
headed
just
to the top. Yeah, I win a lot.
When needed.
You did it again. 95J. The Madden move.
I'm joining.
The Madden move. I gotta go hard every day. 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 The Madden move. The Madden move.
Yes, sir. What's going on? This is your brother 95J. Welcome on in, man. I'm here today with a co-host, my brother Ray, the head coach for the 49ers, the Madden move. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's going on, J-Mon? Thank you for having me, man. Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Here we go, man. Playoff picture is up here today. We're going to see if we can see who's all in the chat, man. You guys get joined up, man. Drop in the comment section. Let me know you're here. We want to touch base on this playoff picture first and foremost here. Then we're going to dive into some other things, man. We have a couple of guests coming through. We want to talk about their teams, see where they're at so far in the season, plans moving forward. Hopefully we can get some live game commentary popping off here today as well. That would be nice.
Yes, man. Super excited, man, about these playoffs. Season 2, man. I can't believe it's already playoffs. So we here.
That's it. Jumping in here, bro. Taking a look at this playoff picture, we know we had some big losses in the NFC. What are you seeing? Let's take a look at the AFC first here, though, right? You have a Hall of Fame member in the Jags sitting at the number 2 seed, previous Super Bowl champion. What are you thinking about that? Dolphins, they're undefeated here in this regular season.
Well, so what we're looking at the Dolphins right now being in the number 1 seed.
Yep. What do you
I
think
mean,
about
I'm
that?
shocked. I'm gonna be honest. I'm shocked. I mean, is he? He's undefeated and hasn't lost a game. I know. I think there were a couple of games that he was pushed to the wire, but man, he's winning. I think after last year Super Bowl loss, definitely motivated him to
Yeah.
come strong this year. I mean, last year it was his game. He was in the goal line. He was a swat away from winning the game. And he was in position, but just missed the timing on that. So and he had that game right. He started off scoring a touchdown and then forcing, what was it, 2 or 3 turnovers, and just he started turning over the ball himself. So
Yeah.
that didn't help him in the long run.
I mean, taking a look at that first half though, because that's uncharacteristic from what we saw from the Jags. I believe there were 5 interceptions there in the first half alone. So the Dolphins start off with that hot streak defense on fire, and then the Jags just has that resiliency to push back as the game progresses. So yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you, man. Looks like he's fired up here, coming off that playoff loss against a tough opponent. He now maintains that number 1 seed in the AFC, um, and essentially walking away with it. We'll dive into the standings and the records and all that here in a minute. But so far, we have the Jags taking on the Chargers, Steelers facing the Titans, Broncos will head on and take the Ravens. We got Biggs in the chat. We got Big Ross in the chat as well. What's going
Rose,
on?
what's going on, y'all?
Go ahead, hit the sub, comment, like, all that good stuff here today. We have a couple of guests joining in. My guy Ray was courteous enough to be the co-host here for this show, man. And we're just gonna take a look at some. Hey, look, we're gonna take a look at some league stats, some things going on in the league. Maybe give you some predictions. I know Ray has a top 10 list that he believes are the top 10 teams this season. I don't know if he wants to
Yes,
cover that or not, or you know.
I will, but keep in mind the list is fluid. It's fluid. We still got, we see a lot of games going
Yeah.
on this week, that are some upsets going on. So it's tough. We're gonna have to see. These last 3 games are gonna be gonna determine a lot going into these playoffs.
No, 100%, 100%. And I'm right there, man. I know I have a third seed here, but I know if I get to slipping, I could easily be out of the playoffs before the season wraps up. Who we got in here? PSN's in the chat. What's going on, brother? We got the Chiefs in here as well. Yo, you're lucky I can post your meme on here, 49ers. Co-host Ray moving up. Yes, sir. And then we got Big J Foster in the building. What's going on, brother? So taking a look at this NFC side though, Ray. We see the Green Bay Packers, they're number 1 seed. I need to go take a look at their record. I want to say 2 losses on this season here in the regular season so
Correct.
far. And then we have Saints, Seattle, Rams, Lions, Commanders, 49ers. Overall, a whole different playoff picture than what we saw from last year. New teams, new faces, guys getting it together here. What are you seeing from the Green Bay Packers here, man?
I think that was a big surprise for me. Last year we had the Eagles at the number 1. I think they might have lost maybe only 2 games last season. I know they were undefeated for quite some time there. So, I think Green Bay Packers, they always been competitive. But I'm just really, to be honest, really shocked seeing them number 1. But they have a high power offense.
That's what
They
it
put
is.
up points, and they're hard to stop, definitely, especially
Yeah,
in the shotgun.
I agree. Christian Watson continuing to, have a show out type of success there 2 seasons in a row. And their defense is no slouch at all. These guys know how to get after the quarterback, stop the run. They're real stingy in the passing game as well. I know we talked about the Saints a little bit. Their progression from season 1 to now, sitting at the number 2 seed, huh?
Yes, man. What a accomplishment. They're top 10 offense as well overall. And they are, what is it, averaging 44.5 points a game. Man,
Yeah,
that's tough.
yeah, no doubt. And I believe if all goes well, he will be one of the guys joining us here today. We'll get a chance to talk with him and see how he's feeling about those Saints. Seattle, the NFC West is strong here in the playoffs, man. We're all fighting, trying to get after it. We got Daniel in the chat. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Big Ross Kibu said Ray's gonna blow this.
No, we're good. We're
Yeah,
calm and collected over here for sure.
yeah. And then Seattle takes that tough loss today, man. Surprising. They take a loss to the Chargers, right? So
Correct.
yeah, in this picture, they're a current 7th seed. No telling how that shakes up the landscape with this playoff picture. Commanders also coming off a loss. He's another one
Close
of those
one.
guys that we'll have a chance to speak with later today, and it'll be curious. I'm curious to get his thoughts coming off of 2 losses and how that's impacting his season.
His
Yeah,
season and his mental. I mean, he
yeah,
was I think he was undefeated himself, right? He was 8-0. Was it 8-0? I
Yeah.
mean, I know he started off real strong
Yep. For a good
and
stretch there.
lost right and just lost a couple close ones. You know, I faced him myself this season, and we were going into the third quarter. I was down by I think it was 7, and just couldn't get a stop. His offense, he has this shotgun formation where he empties out the field, and it's hard to stop Jaden Daniels, right? Because he's good at play action. He's good at rolling out the pocket, and if you give him time, he'll find someone open.
Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing when I take a look at the footage as well. Relying heavy on his running back, rookie running back Vines, and like you said, man, get outside the pocket, looking for someone to get open, and that's the bread and butter for that offense for sure. Detroit Lions are in this picture as well, man. Previous Super Bowl contenders as they face the Jaguars. They find themselves back in the playoff picture here, man. What do you see for the future for the Lions here?
I think the future is great. It's when you get to these playoffs, anyone can win. And so, as long as you have your ticket in, you have a chance. And we know what this league that we're in is very competitive. In the playoffs, one turnover is equivalent to two turnovers. So you have to take care
Yeah,
of the ball, and I think that's what he really does good at. He runs the ball. He looks for his tight ends, and then once you start reading the short field, then he hits you deep with Travis Hunter.
yeah. And yeah, they made that big trade. He sent on JMO, got Travis Hunter to the team, which proved him right. Ends up in the Super Bowl, just falls short there. And we don't want to sit here and talk too much about ourselves, right? But I gotta ask you about the Niner gang, man. Bang bang Niner gang. How y'all feeling, man? How you feeling?
This season, we're hanging in there. I for the last was it we're 9-4 right now. I think this was the first week going into this week where we actually finally broke some top 10 stats in the league in regards to like defense. Really is defense, offense. I'm still in middle rank, low 20s, but this entire season, I haven't been ranked in top 10 in offense or defense, but somehow, I'm pulling out these close wins. So I
Yeah.
think for me, my game plan is taking my time driving the ball downfield, real methodical, not always looking for the big play anymore. Looking for the zig routes, the comebacks, and once in a while throw in the corner here and there, throw people off.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Once in a while. Nah. Hey, that's one thing I can say though, man. Just moving as far as facing you goes, you've changed your defense here in season 2. I think it's more Fred Warner centric, getting him really activated on that defense. The pass rush has been heavy. Guys have been developing across your defensive front. Nick Martin in particular has really stood out for you guys. And I think it plays into your offense as well, exactly how you're saying, man. Being mindful of the clock management, and all that stuff. Bo's in the chat. What's going on, man? Bringing the heat. Yes, sir. Don't forget to hit the comment, sub,
Going
like, all
on,
the good
Bo?
stuff, man. I appreciate it. Ray, we talked a little bit, man, about how you would be able to take a look at some of the stuff I'm looking at here. I kind of wanted to jump over maybe just take a look at some stat leaders.
Okay.
Maybe we take a look at who's leading in the passing category to start off here, and talk about some of these guys, man.
Nice. Okay, so I'm looking here at the leaderboard, top offense, top passing leader. We have the Cleveland Browns sitting at one with 5,900 passing yards, followed by the Jacksonville Jaguars coming in with 5,300 passing yards for the season. You got Chargers. I'm surprised to see him in the top three.
Yeah,
I know he usually is a run first type of team, so surprised to see that, but he's up there as well with over 5,000 passing yards. And we have the Chiefs sitting at number 4, 4,700
and
passing yards.
Ray, I don't want to. If I could just say this really quick, man, just to touch base on the Cleveland Browns here. You did mention how they're leading in passing yards, but as you scroll on over to those rushing touchdowns, only 2 rushing touchdowns on the season compared to
Wow.
everybody else here. You see that they're in that 15 and up mark. Uh, That's a tell sign for this Cleveland Browns team for sure, huh?
Yes, I mean very surprising, and it's if I was the opposing player, I mean I would be in dime coverage all day.
Exactly. And what's Buddy's name? Eric. Oh man, the plumber, the receiver. He keeps gets all the touches. I did see, bro, changed his face. Thank you for that. If you're in the stream, man, thank you for that.
He's
Uh,
moving the chains though. You see, the Cleveland Browns has 268 first down. So
yeah.
I think he's we all know he has the deep ball, but it looks like here, he's driving down the field just doing what he wants.
Hey, one of the most important stats, man, keeping drives alive. And as you were saying, rounding off here in that top five as far as passing offense goes, you do have the Chiefs there along with the Panthers. Then it kind of breaks off into, Packers, Broncos, Commanders, Saints. Um, Passing touchdowns, though, I want to take a look at that. So, yeah, Cleveland Browns 78. Next up will be the Jags at 66. The Saints, although they're outside of that top five, they see themselves at third with the passing touchdowns, 59 there. Panthers and Broncos round that off. You want to head over to the rushing category, see what that's looking like?
Yes. So we have Rams number one.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
let's talk about that.
Toting the rock, man. Rookie running back here in Yancey, 4th-round draft pick. I went into the draft not even thinking about taking a running back, but you know how it gets, man. You get to that 4th round, you kind of like, man, who's left? You know what I'm saying? I just select this
Right.
guy, and he has all the attributes to get it done. Fits the offense very well. Puka Nakua got injured for the season. That happened in week 2, I believe. So, the identity to the offense kind of had to change, and we've been relying on the run game.
Your running back, his number is 4, right? Am I correct? Number 4, is
Yep.
that?
Yep.
Was that Todd Gurley's old number? I know he started off with like in the 30. I think it was 30. And did he change his number to 4?
No, he didn't change it all. He stayed to 30
Okay.
to my knowledge. I think he carried that same number to the Falcons as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. All right. And then we have here the Cowboys ranked number 2 in the league in rushing yards.
Yeah.
And I was telling you earlier, this is my dark horse. Don't let him sneak into the playoffs.
That's how it's looking, man. Stringing together some late wins for these Dallas Cowboys. He took that highly rated rookie quarterback. This guy is an anomaly to say the least. And this is something to notice about this Cowboys team. As you can see, compared to mine, right? I may be the rushing leader by 400 yards, but he also has 900 passing yards above me, let's just say that, right? So they're getting it done in both categories. They're splitting it up very well, averaging about 41 points per game. And I would say you are correct about that dark horse team for the Dallas Cowboys.
And looking at Blue stats right now, he's averaging 8.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, big
And
time.
so that's you run the ball 2 times, that's first down. He's driving down the field at ease. And right behind him, you have Will Rudolph, which is his quarterback, at 9.1 yards per carry.
Yeah,
This man is dangerous.
man, getting outside the pocket, man, and really relying on his legs. If you could tell me really quick though, how many rushing attempts does that quarterback have?
70 attempts.
70 attempps. So that's just
So correct, 70 attempts, and he's averaging 45 rushing yards a game. So looks like he's not run first. He's looking at
right.
his options, looking at his reads, and if nothing is there, he's taking off.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. That's one of those weapons, man. It's one of the guys you gotta watch out for here in crunch time at the end of the regular season. Anything can happen. We'll take a look at those standings here in a bit and review some of these 7th seeds. See some, what teams are on the fringe right now that really need to get their game together. But yeah, third here in this rushing category, you have the Seahawks. I believe he led the league last year. Kenneth Walker, K9 was that guy. So I mean, you see them there, but they also have 4,300 passing yards, right? So they're a heavy passing team, but getting it done top 3 in the rushing category as well. A heavy powered offense for the Seattle team. And then the Panthers keep showing up here in the offensive category, right? Top 5, but we didn't see them in the playoff picture. So that must mean something's going on the defense side.
Correct. I think they're definitely losing close games. Now, I played the Panthers this season. It came down to the last possession. I went for the 2-point conversion to win the game, and that was a huge game for him. He needed that game to stay in the race in that division.
Yeah. Yeah, and then fortunately he had like some type of schedule stuff come up a couple of weeks ago, and I feel like my hands were tied in that one. So that game did not go in his favor, and that kind of sucks, especially when playoff pictures, these records are this close, these standings are this close. But I guess it's just nature of the business, right? And then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Caleb, a previous Madden Move Super Bowl champion here, looking to bounce back. Kind of just been under the radar here, huh?
Definitely, I was gonna say the same thing. I haven't. He doesn't say much in the league chat, but he lets his game talk, and so, but he's definitely been quiet. Last season, this season, I think he's just getting a feel for his team with Aaron Rodgers. I'm not sure if he's even playing Aaron Rodgers at this point, but I think he might have his a rookie there.
Yeah.
But I think he's just getting feel for his team, but he's coming along. You see, he's averaging 43 points a game, so that's definitely top 10 offense there.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, definitely out of the 5 teams above him, he's surpassing them, and then those even the 5 teams below him here. So 43 points per game. I got to take a look at that really quick. That's going to rank him 4th in the league at points per game. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, these guys are putting it together, man. And then rounding off here, you have the Falcons, top rushing team along with the Jets as well. And then if I could go back to this points per game just to touch on this really quick. Keep in mind, if you guys are tuned into the stream, we do plan on doing some live game commentary. Hopefully we can catch this Packers-Dolphins game. There was another one as well. I believe it was Ravens-Steelers. So if these guys end up going live, maybe we could hop in, commentate those games. And I think we had, Saints along with the Commanders wanted to jump in and touch base on their teams and stuff. So, I think, Ray, maybe we talk about these, points per game, take a look at this, and then maybe we take a look at some of the standings, right? Take a look at the records as we get in crunch time to see, what all could potentially go down before the playoffs get here.
Got it. Okay. Yes, so looking at these points per game, you got Jags number one leading the board. I think he's been number one these last season as well. Flinging the ball, they have a lot of speed out there, and it's hard to stop. It's hard to key in on one person when you have 3 or 4 people who are just blazing speed out there.
Right. Before we move on, take a look at those rushing yards, brother.
833 rushing yards.
Yeah, compared to the 53 passing.
Wow.
These guys I
think he's right, and he's making a statement. We know last Madden, he wanted to focus on the run, and we were seeing 20, 30, I think even close to 40 rushing attempts a game for him last Madden. So I think this season he's having fun. He's doing what he want out there, and I think that's what this year is all about. Is the pass game. There's a lot of new formations, new motion wheels and things of that nature that people are enjoying and having fun out there with.
I agree. And these guys are doing very well at it. Trevor Lawrence, I believe, he's number 2 in the MVP race. But yeah, I believe he was last year's MVP, if I'm not mistaken. So he's staying true to it here in season 2. Number 2 there, another previous Madden Move Super Bowl champion in the Broncos, 44 points per game.
Yeah, he's doing a great job over there with the team. I played him this season as well. It was a close game. For a second he was up 21 points on me, and I didn't give up. I kept fighting. and he just got careless with the ball. But in playoffs, I believe he's in the he's in there, right? I believe he's
Yeah.
winning his division.
Yep.
I don't see him making those same mistakes. So he yeah, he dials it up out there with the hot routes.
No, for sure. And we made big trades with him season 1, sent him Jared Verse along with, some other players to where I got Pat Surtain under that deal. Seems to work out for both parties there. But here in season 2, these guys are top 3 in points per game, high powered offense. And they have a good balance here between pass and run. And then we have Saints in that top 3. These guys are averaging the same amount of points per game as the Broncos. So it's a two-way tie for second place there. Steelers, we mentioned them earlier, 43 points, followed up by the Browns. And then, so you see here, like a Packers, for example, right? A number 1 seed team. And taking a look at the Dolphins, even lower down the list, right? 2 number 1 seed teams. It looks like they're just here in the top 10, but we haven't mentioned them in top passing or top rushing yet. So what does that tell us, man?
It tells us that they're forcing turnovers out there when needed.
Yep.
They're controlling the clock. Still, probably in high scoring games, given the fact that he's averaging 42.2 points a game. But I think he's taking his time for sure. It looks like he's mixing in the run as well. Got 18 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
And so, really when I think of, when I think of these stats, I think of myself as well, right? I wasn't in the top 10 category all season, but somehow we're still pulling out close wins. So I would say he's pulling out close wins as well. I think he's neck to neck with a lot of his opponents, but he's forcing that extra turnover near the end and, making a difference.
I think this is a good time to swap over here to the defense, my man. So we're going to look at the least amount of pass yards allowed here in the season. Excuse me. And taking a look at this, man, the Dolphins, number 1, only allowed 2,800 passing yards so far on the season. These guys, no fly zone, huh?
No fly zone, definitely. I know it looks like their opponents are not having enough time to throw the ball. 32 sacks, so
Man,
you would
yeah.
imagine those sacks you lose passing yards.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. And as soon as you mention that, what sticks out to me is I see the Steelers down there with 38. You have the Titans with 30. And I believe that's a recipe that marries well together. You're getting after the quarterback, less passing yards for your opponent there. 32 interceptions. I imagine that puts him somewhere top 3, top 2. So this is defense. That gives us our answer. Might not be top 5, edging out top 10 as far as offense goes, but this defense is what's carrying this team. And we saw a little bit of that
Definitely.
in the playoff game last year. So they're carrying over
Right,
and getting stronger.
Right, he applies a lot of pressure. So, with 32 sacks, you got to think about the opponent. If I'm his opponent in their shoes, I'm expecting blitz. So you're trying to get the ball out of your hands quick, and sometimes that leads to making bad decisions. And that's what we see the result as with 32 interceptions, 32 sacks. People are, even there might be times where he's not sending the heat, and you think it's coming, and you're still
Man.
rushing, throwing the ball.
Yeah, that paranoia starts to set in for him. Shout out to the Arizona Cardinals there for the NFC West. These guys are not allowing many passing yards as well, huh? You played them a couple of times already so far this season?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I play him 2 of the last of my 3 remaining games, so it's now, thankfully I was able to see this, so I'm gonna rush the ball versus him. It looks like he has a no-fly zone as well.
Yeah. So I have played him twice, and what I can say is that started off the season strong. Does have all the components. I felt like the second time that I faced him, we took away some things that we saw the first time that I played him and applied that to the second game. We had a stronger game running the ball. I believe Yancey had around 200 something rushing yards, man. So we had a field day in that category. And you can see that transition to his talks in the chat. Hey man, I need to get me a defensive lineman. I need to get me a linebacker. So he's noticing maybe some areas of weakness as far as stopping the run. But that's something you have to give credit to this team for. Is they're not allowing many passing yards, and they also have a good offense as well. Like I said, I played him twice. He knows how to feed his weapons. He knows how to utilize Murray, and he's had some big victories this season. Moving on to
Right. No, when I
uh-huh.
see real quick, just want to add to that because I'm looking at his sacks, only 15 sacks. So I
Yeah,
think this is pure coverage here we're dealing with. I'm
man.
thinking a lot of man defense,
Yeah,
zone with some shading because he's covering. He's not getting to the quarterback, but he's covering still out there. So I could imagine um, you know, his opponents maybe having 5, 6 seconds to throw the ball and they still can't find anyone open. Eventually the pressure gets there. So Ian and I'm sure a lot of quarterbacks are throwing the ball away because they're not taking sacks. But I think that's pure coverage on his part. So his DBs, cornerback, safeties, all doing great.
no, and I think that's a great point to mention there. As we're taking a look at the defenses that have allowed the least amount of passing yards here. So, right, if we're taking a look at that top 5 and on, maybe even around that top 10 mark, you could see the difference in the rushing yards, though, right? So, he is a defense that has allowed up 2,000 compared to, if you scroll down a little bit there, you see the Steelers 700, right?
Right.
So I believe these are just telltale signs as we take a look at these teams here. But I think that's a great point. They're not getting after the quarterback, but they are shutting down in the pass game. Chicago Bears are kind of in that same category. Allowed 1,300 rushing yards, but only 3,200 passing yards, 19 sacks. They're forcing fumbles, 5 forced fumbles there, 18 interceptions. Detroit Lions find themselves in that same company. Now, this is when the sack totals start to increase some here for the Lions, 24 sacks.
Yeah, just going back to the Bears, last season there were a playoff team. They played the 49ers and they were able to sneak away with the win. And this season, as we just saw, their defense, I mean, top leaders in several categories, but their record is 4-9. So, I think they're working on their offense. They have, a lot to do on the offense side of the ball and trying to get more points up.
Yeah. A lot of that could just be identity, trying to figure out exactly who you are on offense right now. Um, I don't recall really seeing them in those offensive categories, so I can't really say, what they're depending on right now. But I can agree their defense is doing what it needs to do. Now it's just getting the offense on board to get back to be a playoff team as you're accustomed to being.
Right. So they got Bears right now ranked 31 in the league in offense and total offense.
Yeah. And that'll do it here, brother. Especially, in a league like this, the type of competitors that we face on a week-to-week basis, you have to put up points, man. It's getting to a point in the game to where 20 points a quarter is almost the norm, brother.
Right.
It's almost the norm. Touching base on the Lions, we spoke about these guys a little bit earlier, taking a look at some of their offensive categories, but here they go. Pass defense is doing well. Previous Super Bowl contenders there. The one thing that I see here is 10 interceptions on this season. This is something that I feel like they would want to see a little bit higher, right? Forcing turnovers there on defense. Now they're getting after the quarterback, 24 sacks. But we're accounting only 11 turnovers here for this defense.
Right. What I see here is I think it's a very balanced defense, though, right? You got the top leader in pass,
Yeah.
not giving up too much rushing yards, getting sacks. I'm thinking here, even though they got 10 interceptions and 1 fumble, they're making their opponent punt the ball, right? I wonder how many turnover downs they have. I definitely
Right.
think he's getting people in situations and forcing them to go for it on fourth and getting the turnover on down, which don't show here. When I think it should. That's a big piece.
Do you have his record by chance or no?
So right now the Lions are 9-4, sitting in the number 6 in the NFC
Okay.
in
Not
standings.
9-4. There we go. So we have some people in the chat here. Chief said a lot of games I should have won. The story of the season. Yeah, we had a close game, brother. I mean, I can say that from when I played you, man. Close game. as far as if you should have won or not, hey, look, we're not gonna go there. You know, we're not gonna go there. We got Kibu in the chat, man. All 10 interceptions came against Dom. LOL. What we say, man? TTBA, throw the ball away. Moving on to the Tennessee Titans. These guys are having a resurgence here in the AFC, man. You see them in the playoff picture. Had a rough season 1, but these guys got 30 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 16 interceptions, only allowing 3,400 passing yards on the season. They're in that 1,100 yard mark there. And before we go any farther, bro, this is kind of a category I've skimmed over, but we're taking a look also about the points allowed. So even though these might be top 5 defenses, you see that the Cards stick out. 515 points allowed compared to a Dolphins, right? 277. So this gives us some signs here. You know, you could be stopping the pass, but how does that points allowed category look? But have you watched much of the Titans this year, or do you know anything about what's going on with them?
No, I have not tuned in with the Titans this season. So I don't know what's going on. But I mean, looking at these stats, it's 30 sacks, 16 interceptions. He's holding his own for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Texans coming in here, doing a little bit of the same, man. And you have Niners yourself there, brother, in that top 10 mark. Steelers and then Giants. While we're here, let me go to let's go ahead and bounce over to the rushing yards. So now these are the guys, these are the defenses that are saying, look, man, you are not going to run the ball against me. You're going to have to pass it. Number 1, we have the Steelers, only allowing 708 rushing yards here for the season, bruh. And 11 forced fumbles, man. 11 forced fumbles. And this is one thing I can say about Caleb, though. Even dating back to previous Maddens, this guy knows how to strip the football, bro. It's kind of been
Strip
his
and
MO.
hit stick as well.
Yeah.
That man.
Yeah.
You gotta go down, tap square twice.
No kidding. 38 sacks, 38 interceptions, saying, look, man, let's match it up, huh?
Definitely, and I'm looking at his defense right now. I mean, he has Justin Simmons and Patrick Queen both with over 60 tackles. And so when you have a safety that can come up and make hits like that, along with your linebackers, that's a deadly combo.
100%. That's exactly why guys aren't having success in the running game there. Chargers find themselves top 2, not allowing the run game to get off there. I say only, but 17 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, 25 sacks himself. And it's funny how we get into this, right? Now we're seeing the people that saying, hey, you can't run the ball against us, but take a look at the top 6 sacks, or top 7, should I say. Now these guys are also getting a ton of sacks and they're stopping the run. Dolphins are there as well. So just overall defense for them. I mean, they're shutting it down in both categories, forcing turnovers. I like the match between them, 32 sacks, 32 interceptions. Vikings are up there along with the Saints.
Yeah, for Steelers, we have TJ Watt leading his team in sacks with 14.5 sacks, followed by Alex Highsmith with 6. So we got a lot of his sacks are coming from his D line. So he looks like he's not sending too much blitz out there, and he's just depending on his front four to get there.
Man, yeah. Great point. And you have playmakers like that, man. It's kind of what I'm noticing, man. Sometimes, sometimes it's scheme. Other times just, hey, man, do I got the dogs to get the job done? And it looks like that's what they got going on there. Yeah, Vikings, no fumble, 17 interceptions, 552 points allowed. Saints are up there. And this is so tough, man. And I could just speak to this. What can I say? Without throwing myself under the curb, I'll just say that's one of the toughest defenses to face when you can't run the ball. If you can get the run game going, if your offense like, man, I'm running the ball, I'm getting 4 or 5 yards a clip, you're just feeling good, right? But if you start
You are.
getting 2 to 3 yards, it becomes a grind, brother.
It does, and what I realize is when you come out there, let's say your very first offensive possession, and let's say some people like to pass first or run first, but if you go with the run first and you don't get any yardage, now you put in a position where the defense know you're going to pass on that. Typically they know you're going to pass on that second and long, and so it's, man, like you said, establishing that run is so important. Um, Anything more than 2 yards will definitely get your groove going.
100%. 100%. Um, 1 second here, Ray. I'm trying to get I think we're about to get Saints to get on here and join us up here. So I'm going to move some stuff around here on the stream. For the guys tuning in, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. The Madden move here in season 2. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Don't forget to hit the sub, comment, like, all that good stuff. It helps out the channel. Y'all know I'm trying to get my YouTube channel up and running again. I appreciate Ray for jumping in today and contributing to the stream. Maybe we can get this going moving forward for some more streams like this, man, here in the podcast.
He was with the comment, right? With the call center mic on. No, hey, I did bring this in from work today. So we official over here.
Let me see here.
I'm ready to take a call.
Right. All right, so let me see if I can change this up really fast. Boom. Appreciate y'all for bearing with me. I gotta do this on the go here. Guest.
Let's see here. So I know since we're talking about sacks here, not too long ago, I'm looking here at the NFL sack leader board, and we have leading the way with 16 sacks this season from the Patriots, Harold Landry the third, followed by Isaiah Foskey for the Panthers with 15.5 sacks. Then you got TJ Watt coming in third with 14.5 sacks. Max Crosby on the Colts with 13.5. You have Oladejo, the tight end, 13 sacks. Ravens is up there, 13. You have Myles Garrett with 12.5.
That's one thing I could never really get going from my teams, man, as far as getting the sack game going there, man. Let's see if we can. All right, so I got that. How do I get both?
We have Butter Bo in the building. What's going on?
Bo, what's going on, brother?
What's good?
Let me see here. I gotta get Ray back. Y'all gotta bear with me, man. This is my first time doing this, so I'm trying to work it out. Yes.
Biggs with the call center. Ray, man, Ray's over here making calls today.
Host cam.
Biggs, what's your number? I'm gonna call you on this mic.
All right, where am I at here? Host cam.
I didn't think anyone was gonna notice.
Man, I hope I can get. Dang, it's only let me do like one of y'all at a time, bro. Dang, unprofessional. Unprofessional. Let me see here.
No worries. We'll keep Butter Bo up.
Yeah, that's trash. Let me see. All right, fine. We'll keep old Bo up, Ray, and then we'll get you back in here after we get done talking to my guy here. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, that didn't work out how I planned, but maybe we figure it out later on. Bo, what's going on, brother? How are you doing, man?
Man, what's good, brother?
Not a lot, man. Not a lot. So, a huge resurgence here in season 2, huh?
Man, we've had some playmakers show up, man.
Yeah. These guys are starting to ball out here. I'm gonna take a look over here at your team. Ray, I'm gonna move over to Saints stats here so we could dive into some of this. And I really wish I could have your face cam up, bro. That's tough.
Man, we all want to see Ray.
Yeah, right. Dang. Tyler Shuck, man, injured rest of the season, torn pec.
Yeah, he's out there trying to get some sacks, and I guess decided to go out for the rest of the year, man.
Goodness. So taking a look at this guy here, though, man, 4,100 passing yards, 53 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. Very efficient, I will say. 64% completion rate, 123 rating. Averaging yards per attempt sitting at 11 and 6, 82 long yard pass, 22 sacks on the season. But what's so impressive there, man, is 53 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. How you feeling about that, man?
Man, he's been efficient. He's making the good reads. It's tough to see him go down. I was kind of regretting that trade I made for JJ, but I'm kind of glad I got him now. But Tyler Shuck, man, he's stepped up. He's got a good arm. He knows mobile enough. Makes people worried about it and making the good reads.
Yeah, no kidding. Have you played any games with JJ yet?
Nah, not yet, man. He saw the field for one quarter last game, and I think we'll be all right with him, man. He's a couple years younger. Little sissy arm I got to work with. Losing a little bit of throw power, but he'll be all right, man. We'll make it work.
Star Dev, 92 throw power there. 85 speed, 88 acceleration, 88 agility. Ray, I don't want to forget about you just because I can't see you, man. If you got anything, any thoughts here on these Saints, bro, feel free to chime in, bro.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, no, I'm here just looking at the team as well.
Moving over here to the rushing category. This is something that you guys, you will mix in Kamara every now and again. You throw him in, but really relying on Keandre Miller. I honestly thought that was a little surprising. Kendre Miller, or however you pronounce it, right? What are you feeling about him? I thought you ended up taking a rookie or moving on from him.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. You stole my rookie I wanted to draft last season. Last draft.
Okay.
So I had my eyes on Yancey over there. And, Kendrick, man, he's been good, man. I don't know if you can see that break tackle is like a 93 overall break tackle. That dude just bounces off hits, man. He's he's been a good little asset for us for sure.
And that's what it's looking like. 23 broken tackles on the season, averaging 6.8 yards per carry, 883 yards, just 129 attempts, shy of that 1,000-yard mark there on the season, but 7 rushing touchdowns, tied up with Tyler Shuck, though. He was out there getting active, man. 41 attempts for 242.
I'm looking at here, one of the biggest stats that stick out to me for Miller is yards after contact. So he is bouncing off tackles. Right now he's ranked with yards after contact 13 running back in the league, and that's really solid. You have just above him Jonathan Taylor with only 4 more yards after contact. So Jonathan Taylor, we all know who he is. So I think Kendre Miller is up and coming. We need to keep an eye out on him.
For sure.
I'll tell you, he bounced off the tackles, but that many bounce tackles usually means he's getting hit in the backfield too. So
yeah.
Hey, look, man, +4 morale. He's a 90 overall, 94 overall with it. Just a normal dev. Got to get this guy implemented in the training camp here next season.
Yeah, man, he's got the bag for me too last year. So we're gonna have to see some big progress for him next year.
Yeah, overall solid back though. 91 acceleration, 84 agility. Yeah, like I said, I was just surprised, but the games that I tuned into and had playing against you myself, I'm like, dang, this dude is, he gets active back there, man. But moving on to the receiving category here, we saw the stats from Tyler Shuck, how efficient you guys are being there in the passing game. And it looks like you guys are spreading the ball out, man, spreading the wealth. You got 5 targets there, over 30 receptions. Got a favorite target here in DeAndre Dyson, the rookie tight end. 70 receptions, 1,100 receiving yards, 12 receiving touchdowns. How you feel about Dyson, man?
Man, he's a stud, dude, and he just got up to an X Factor last week. So,
Beautiful.
man, 6'4", 91 speed. Got that, got that spin cycle on him. He's deadly, man. He's gonna be you gotta look out for him so I can burn you on the outside.
Yes, sir. You said the spin cycles on him. 87 change of direction. He's a durable tight end. 97 injury. You got a 98 catch in traffic, 97 spectacular catch. The medium route running, 94. Even a 77 deep route, man, for a tight end. Shout out to that 90 acceleration. I was trying to see if I could find his spin. You said the spin move. So it's 71. I know we spent some M coins.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're spending some M coins on that, right? Gonna get him up. Trey Palmer, 6 foot there, 49 receptions. He does lead the team in receiving yards. 19 touchdowns. So he's wide receiver one could say, over Chris Olave.
Man, it's crazy. I was not expecting that coming in, but he's got the speed. I think a lot of people pay attention to Olave, and it kind of opens up the door for that check down tight end and the speed on the outside. But yeah, Trey Palmer's didn't expect to have him at the beginning of the season, and he's been a good asset for us for sure.
That's how it's looking. Ray, you seen anything over there?
Right now I'm looking at Saints' schedule, or his regular season schedule, and we're talking about his record 11-3. But one thing to point out here, I mean, he went undefeated in his division this season. I know last season you had the Panthers, who I would say had his number, and this season he turned that around. He said not anymore. So he ran that division 6-0. Has some other great wins here. He looks like he beat the Steelers by 3. He and he beat his nemesis, which was the Bears week 1. I think that really was set it off, his season off. I know he was big on that game, wanted to get the W,
Yeah.
and he came out with that, and ever since then didn't look back.
Man, that was a lucky force win for me, man. I was ready for it, and my man was
yeah,
watching
right.
his real games.
That's right. I believe that was a
Man,
week
I
1
ain't
game of the
complaining.
week too.
Yeah, that's right.
But his next opponent is Lions, and we have Lions, we have Bigs in the chat, so I do want to talk about that. Butterbo, you got Lions coming up. Lions are looking to stay in the playoffs with I believe it was a 9-4 record. We have several teams right now with a 9-4 record. What do you think about that matchup coming up?
Man, it's gonna be a tough game, man. I don't think Biggs and I have played yet, but I was watching his Super Bowl meltdown a couple days ago.
Which one? Are you talking about last Madden or this Madden?
Last
Nah,
Madden.
the last second corner out, man.
Yeah.
Had to watch that, so it's gonna be a good game, man. I know he's capable. I saw him in the chat earlier saying I'm the blitz lord, so we'll see if he can stop it. But no, it should be good, man. He's got a lot of speed. He's a good player. It'll be a good game.
Yep.
Nice. Well, you're definitely here on a 3-game win streak. Coming off a huge points put up on the Bengals, 70 points. It was that with McCarthy. No, you just got McCarthy back, right? So that was with
Yeah, I was with
Shook.
Shook, man, and I played the Bengals and the Browns, man, and both of them guys, they had come out firing. You got to score points if you're gonna win those games.
Yeah. Now, overall, yes, I could see that here versus the Browns. You ended up pulling out the W, 65-50. So that offense, man, it's high powered.
Mm-hmm.
You can run the ball, pass the ball. I think your rushing yards per attempt with both running backs were 6.8, 6.9 yards per carry. So it's you're pretty much doing what you want out there, it looks like.
Yeah.
Man, we try to keep it balanced, man. Trying to, don't want you on my game, knowing what I'm going to do next.
Right. What would you say was the biggest change from you from last season to this season? Because I mean, you flipped the script. Last season you
Yeah,
didn't make the
man.
playoffs. This season you have a chance to potentially come away with the #1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah, honestly, I think last season, man, it was really starting to learn the Madden a little bit. I
Yeah.
playing around in different playbooks and figuring out who's going to be some good players, and uh, it's that's really it, man. It's the I've kind of settled in on a playbook, and uh, I'm trying to bring some heat, man. Trying to make you guys all stressed out back there. We got some good players in this league.
I'm on the playoff picture here, man. You know, as it stands right now, you'll be taking on the Seahawks. Have you moved up? How close do you need to be to get that #1 seed? Right.
Man, I need the Packers to lose. I think I need the Packers to lose tonight to the Dolphins, and I got to probably win out. But I'll tell you what, man, I don't want to play the Seahawks again, man. He's got my number. I don't think I beat him before, so
Yeah.
that'll be a tough game if it works out like that.
Kiwu's in the chat saying, didn't this guy get banned from PlayStation Network? Yeah, man.
Hey, man, free butter.
Shoot. Yeah. That's one thing about it, man. You gotta watch out for that NFC West, even though you put it on us this year, but hey.
NFC West is looking good, man. You got 3 teams in the playoffs. That's saying something for sure.
No, 100%, 100%.
I saw you in the chat earlier talking about there's some teams, Butterball, you don't want to see in the playoffs. Who are you looking to play against?
Man, I got to be honest, man. I think I've played the Commanders once in like a little head-to-head game. I still don't want to play him. If I could just take a first round, second round, third round bye, I think that would be best case scenario there.
Yeah.
Nah, they're not giving those up.
No, nobody's giving that up. So, it's gonna be a tough game no matter what. Seahawks got my number. I know you and Rams and Niners can both come out firing. Lions has been in the big game before. So, when it comes down to it, I think the Jags got a target on their back, obviously. So everyone just wants to beat him.
Hey, this guy's reigning supreme here in the Madden move the past 3 seasons, it seems like. Getting the job done, sitting there at the #2 seed. Dolphins taken away, undefeated here in the regular season. So it looks like he's trying to put his stamp on the AFC. Going to see how how that pans out. It's about to get really interesting here in these last 3 weeks or so. Yeah. Past 3 weeks. Let's take a look here. And tried to get Chris Olave off you in the offseason. You just weren't feeling it, man.
Man, and I'm glad I didn't, man, but I was trying to get aggressive there and get a good pick, but I ended up paying that man a bag, so he's gonna die a saint, I think.
I heard that. Finish this up here, Bo, man. I just want to touch base here on your defense, man. You got Alontae Taylor, a defensive back, with 10 tackles for loss. Shout out to the rookie Esteban Guerrero, should I say, excuse me, Esteban. 18 tackles for loss, 13 sacks on the season. Taking off there on the defense, man. Leading, next person up is Granderson with only 4 sacks himself. Guerrero's just a star dev looking to break out here. At some point, right? I mean, this guy's showing up and showing out, man.
Yeah, and he was hurt a couple weeks, man. He had some sort of foot injury or something, but I think he's in line for a defensive award this year, hopefully. So
yeah,
he's really the only one that's playing every down. I got a lot of guys I'm kind of keeping everyone fresh, but he's my dude. He's my rookie from last year, so we're trying to keep him busy.
100%. 92 acceleration, 99 finesse move. That'll get the job done. Coming off
he's a stud, man. He's a stud.
Yeah. And you guys are getting interceptions, man. Getting after the ball. Justin Reed leads the league there. They said he was old. They said he was too old.
I'm telling you, man. I tried to sell that man to old San Francisco last season, and he's too old for you, man. And now it's 2 years in a row. He's making an impact.
Yeah, man,
I
holding
do
it
want to share
down.
my experience playing against Butterbow last. We haven't played yet in the franchise league, but we did play in the tournament, and I think we even played a couple of games head to head. After that as well. And man, he is tough to play. I think his run defense is great. It's harder to move the ball on him, rushing it, and then his pass defense, just from my memory, I mean, he sends the heat. He brings the heat,
Oh yeah.
and he disguises his defense really well. And he's good with the switch stick. I mean, there's a couple of plays where it had me in awe moment. I'm like, wow, like great defense. So he's a tough competitor. Not surprised, this season how well he's doing, and he's going to be a problem to deal with in the NFC going forward.
Hey man, you remember in my little playoff predictions last year, I had you guys, as the ones to keep an eye out for. Now it didn't really pan out how I'd predicted, but maybe that was a season 2 prediction. Maybe
Looks
that
like we
playoff.
have Yeah, looks like we have a comment from Biggs. Dolphins versus Packers live. It's live.
All right. Hey, Bo,
I'm not
appreciate you,
there, man.
brother. Hey,
Man,
hey,
thanks for
hey,
having me, fellas.
You
get this
better
guy
vote.
get this guy some shouts, man. He takes care of the M Quins and all of that, man. Show him some love, man. Big Bo in the building.
Y'all stop hating, man.
Yeah, stop.
Man.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, fellas. I'll talk to you.
All right, peace out. See if I can get Ray back here. We're actually going to activate that, and we are going to. How do I get rid of that? Like, this guy's a rookie. How do I get rid of this guest? And we are going to get rid of that. All right, Big Ray. We're going to try to commentate this game, brother. I tried to bring up Twitch here, but
I'm kidding.
it's moving a little slow.
I don't hate anyone.
It looks like I'm seeing myself twice right now on your screen. I don't know if that might just be a lag on my end, but I see myself. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Yeah, I got it fixed up.
All right. I'm going to open up the game stream on my end as well. Tune in.
Yep. And then I'm going to switch over here to live game.
Looks like we have 2 games going on as well. Look like we have the Broncos playing.
All right. Fellas, y'all tuned in. We got 7 people in the building. Don't forget to hit the comment, sub, like, all that good stuff. Here we got a live game. Green Bay Packers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Taking a look at the regular season record, the Packers are 11-2. We've been speaking about the Miami Dolphins, 13-0. These are 2 number 1 seed teams, both representing their conference. Packers start off with the ball here to start this game. Let's see how it pans out. Going with the handoff to right. And guys, I don't have audio for the game, and I can't play background music right now due to some technical difficulties. Hopefully we get that figured out for the next stream. He said he'd be stealing money, get Chiefs in the playoffs next year, my brother. Big time sack there, bro. That's what we talked about. Zach Sealer, only rushing for it seemed like, got back there to the quarterback. So before this game gets real carried away, Ray, who you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with the hot hand. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. Just looking at their defensive stats, right? They led the league in sacks and 30 plus sacks, but also 30 plus interceptions. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Dolphins here. Just ride that hot hand, but don't forget Packers offense was also one of the top leaders in points per game. So it could be a shootout.
Oh, 100%. You got Drake May back there, X Factor, dumping it off to Jalen right there, trying to get that first down. A good wrap-up tackle is going to get him short of the first down marker. Definitely going to be a chess match between both teams here. You got Christian Watson there for the Packers. reliable #1 weapon going against a defense like this, though. I'm curious to see how that pans out for him. Drake May, 4th and 1. They get the conversion. Another hurry up here, trying to keep the defense on their toes. And that's one thing I forgot to mention about the Dolphins defense, right? They made 2 trades for some key players there in the safety room. They end up picking up 2 guys, man, from Seattle. Who did they get? What was that trade, bro? Gosh. Now I'm losing my train of thought. 2 safeties. Oh, this is going to blow my mind. Gosh, it's going to blow my mind. Somebody in the chat, help me out. Who did he make the trade for? It was 2 traded guys. Derwin James and someone else? I want to say it was Derwin James, bro, and someone else he picked up. And you have to think that was that change to the defense, bro. That little extra edge. Packers offense moving down here in the red area. It's a 2nd and 5. Puts them on the 18-yard line.
Let's see if he can come away with 7. I mean, I don't think a field goal is going to do it.
No, not at all. Got motion from
We
Watson.
saw how aggressive he was on 4th and 1. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for it. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, boy, I thought that was Drake May that was injured. I only saw the face. Offensive lineman. Yeah, so, put up here at the 1-yard line. You know, you can almost bank in 7 here. The Dolphins have a say. Change at the line of scrimmage, man. I really wish I could play some backup music. Sorry about that for those tuning in. Got Jalen right there in the touchdown. Green Bay, man, they get the ball first, able to get a touchdown. That's exactly what you want, bro. No wasted possessions. March right down the field. He utilized all his hurry-up offenses. Had a tough 4th and 1, got the conversion, and they cap it off with a touchdown.
And that was Jalen's 8th rushing touchdown for the season. So he averages 5.8 yards a carry. He looks like he fumbled the ball once this season, but 29 broken tackles, 207 yards after contact. Anything over 200 yards, what I saw from the league is top 15 running back. So
okay, nice.
We'll see how he turns out this game.
Nice.
It looks like he has a breakaway speed. His longest run this season was 71 yards. So we'll keep an eye out on him.
For sure. And these guys, the Dolphins, man, season 1 seems like they were kind of unsure about Tua. Probably took a look at the financials and said, hey, look, we're just going to stick with him. He's an X factor now. He traded away Tyreek Hill. HN gets the carry to start this drive.
That was a good run defense right there. Right now, the single I formation stretch is one of the best running formations in the game. So
big time hit there, man. Don't allow the broken tackle. And that's exactly why you pick up a guy like Sauce Gardner for your defense, man, to make those solid 1v1 tackles there. Tua dropping back. It's a deep shot, lofty pass to Waddle. Sauce Gardner's in the area, can't get the KO. Waddle comes down with the big catch. That pass was right on the money, man.
He had no pressure all the time back there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nice run defense.
Camp that I love more than anything you watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations.
Hey guys, I added the game volume to the stream. I guess we'll just take a look. If just let me know how it sounds with all of our voices and stuff. Nice spin move there from A-Chan, man. Tie ball game.
The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright.
With the Packers loss here, that will put them at 11-3. But it will still give him the #1 seed because Packers did win the head-to-head matchup versus the Saints this season.
They're all set to send her away.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good to know.
Returnable from the one. And in the end,
And that's why each week matters, man, because you never know. You never know which wins you're going to need and which ones, that don't mean as much.
all right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. May now from the gun.
Drake May dropping back. It's a deep corner route. It's a dropped pick
He's over.
from the Dolphins defender, man. Both hands on it, not able to come down with it. Those are those ones that get you sick, boy. You got your defender in position to make a play.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what
That's what it was. It was Derwin James and Jesse Bates. Both traded safeties.
after gaining a handful.
And you know what they say, right? That's why he's on defense and not on offense.
Exactly. Oh, another potential pick, but this time is dropped by the receiver. And these guys are faced with another 4th down here. You're saying they're going to go for it, huh?
Have to.
Back against the wall. If you don't get it here, you're going to set these guys up for prime field position.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
All right, I also have the Broncos and Bengals game up here. They're in the first quarter. Denver's up 7-0 with the ball driving down the field.
On 4th down and
First quarter towards the end.
staying out there.
Correct.
Going for
Broncos 8-5, looking to stay alive in the AFC.
There goes Jalen Wright breaking off on the 4th and 5. Minka Fitzpatrick was in the area. A misuser turns into a big-time touchdown for the Packers.
break the tie here in the first. Jalen Wright with the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them.
There goes Wright. He's fast.
Yeah.
He is fast.
As he gets the ball, he gets the touch. He can
Wow. I mean, we were just talking about that breakaway speed. What was it? His longest play of the season was 71 yards, and we saw him right there
Point after he
change
Yeah.
gears.
100%.
It looks like he didn't lose any speed either when he did the cut. I mean, he maintained that same top level speed on that cut, and you weren't catching him. He was gone.
to go in this battle.
Makes me think what his abilities are looking like. I can't remember what ability that is that doesn't sacrifice the speed.
After this.
I think it's joystick.
Yeah, it could be joystick or shoot, man. I thought it was something else.
Up for the kickoff.
Yeah, it could be joystick though.
Brown with a return here.
All right, yeah. Ray, check the DM. Ray, pop Battlefield. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy the game. I waited way too long.
Nah, if you get the that little red sec, the little Royale is free, bro.
The Dolphins
So you necessarily don't gotta buy it. You know what I'm saying?
here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here goes Tua and the Dolphins looking to respond here. They're going to hand it off to A-Chan. Has a big gap there, just short of the 1st down. And this potentially could be a Super Bowl matchup if all things just align that way. The 2 #1 seeds here. The Packers find themselves up to start the 2nd quarter. Dolphins looking to respond. Tua dropping back, looking for someone to get open. Deep corner route there to Woods. 1st and 10 is going to put them on the 36.
Before the defense can get him out. 1st down, ball at the 36.
And Tua trying to get activated here.
From the gun.
Little dump off pass there is deflected. 2nd and 10.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down.
Man, that sucks. I could not get both face cams on here. I gotta figure that out. Gotta figure it out. There goes A-Chain at the backfield. Takes a strong hit. Able to hold on, though, and get the first down.
Looks like I have a small lag on my end with the game, either on my phone or the computer, so maybe 1 second behind.
Okay. There he goes. Touchdown. Waddle on the double coverage. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't play man versus the Dolphins. Too much speed out there.
Yes, sir. It's either that too. You got to find a way to apply pressure. So you do have a Micah Parsons out there for this defense. Kind of goes back to what I talked about earlier, man. Either scheme or personnel. And at some point, you just need your dogs to be dogs, man. Someone to show up and make plays. But we're even here. 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. 14-14. Either defense has shown real resistance here. Offense is just making their way down the field and putting up points.
14-14, no turnovers. Real clean game.
Yep.
Packers though, they've been back against the wall here last couple possessions. Let's see if they can avoid having to go for it on 4th down.
Yep, big time crucial point there. They've 2 for 2 now on 4th down. Instant pressure. May's able to get it off a broken tackle from Kraft. Nice juke move. We're off to the races there. J.C. Bates is on his heels. Gets off track, but able to make the tackle there at the 3.
Wow.
Big time play. These guys decide to go with the hurry up offense here on the 3-yard line.
What a juke move with the tight end. I mean, I'm surprised he was able to move like that. Wow.
Yep. No kidding. Quick out route, Jaden Reed. So what have we seen so far from this Packers offense, man? It's just big plays like that. They're getting down the field. And what did we say? What did the stats say about the Dolphins defense? They're number 1 in both categories, right?
Correct.
Maybe Steelers had the top rushing, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But the Dolphins was up there.
Let's see, defense. So no, total defensive points. Dolphins was number 1. No rushing. The points per game. It was 277. Rushing yards. Dolphins was ranked. Let's see here. Ranked 3rd in the NFL. So Steelers, Chargers, Dolphins.
There goes A-Chan. Kibu said exactly why we traded Parsons. I accepted it now so I can talk. The grieving period is over. These guys said, look, man, I got Quinn and Williams. I'm fine now.
And we have yet to see Parsons get in the backfield. Tua is having all the time in the world throw the ball.
Dump off there to Woods. The tight end's getting activated here early. Injury on the field. That's going to give 2 offensive linemen injuries for both teams here today. 1 on each side. Tua dropping back. Texas route by A-Chan. Sauce Gardner's in the area. Gets the tackle, but it's a first down. Left tackle, bruised ribs. Will return soon with a high risk of injury. You still got that Broncos-Bengals game up by chance or not?
Yes. So right now it's 14-14. 2-minute warning.
Second quarter.
Remember, the Broncos were up 7-0 with the ball. Looks like some costly turnovers cost them, and now it's tied up.
Yep, that's one of those sneaky games, man. Those guys that don't.
We know. Yeah, and we know one thing about them Bengals. Last season and this season, I mean, he's been in the top passing category. Jamar Chase is usually leading the league in receiving yards.
Yep, 100%. These guys are high flying offense, man. No opponent to sleep on. for sure. And like we said, these guys that aren't in the playoff picture, man, they got nothing to lose. They're just out there trying to ruin someone's hopes. Got to stay locked in.
Yeah, no, I saw that comment earlier from the Giants. He said, "Hey, I'm just trying to ruin someone's playoff chances."
Yeah, man. I can't knock it. All right, Packers have the lead here at the 2-minute warning. No turnovers here in this ball game, 21-14. And what do we say, man? The average is about 20 points per quarter. It's kind of what it, turns out to be here. Achane, great blocking up front. He has the speed to break away. Touchdown, Miami.
There he goes. What do you think? You think this is a potential Super Bowl matchup we have here? Last season we had Jaguars and the Eagles were the #1 seed, and we saw the Lions were able to beat the Eagles. But had the Lions lost, you would have had the #1 seed versus the #1 seed, which I feel like we typically don't see that in this league. You get to the playoffs, you have some of the lower seeds that make runs. So, but right here we have, like you said, two #1 seeds going at it.
No, 100%. I think what you say is very accurate, man. That #1 seed seems to be like a lot of responsibility. These guys come off that bye week and end up struggling the game after. That's typically what we see. In this sense right here, though, taking a look at the Dolphins, man, seems to give the Jags the most fits that I've seen. Although the Jags have taken losses to other opponents since then. But just looked... I would say that would be their #1 threat, right, coming out of the AFC, the current Super Bowl champion. And if we're taking a look at the NFC side with these Packers, man, I mean, obviously I'm an NFC guy myself, you as well, and then you take a look at the competition. But this is also a very tough Packers team. They have a high-powered offense. They have a sticky defense, man. They can really get after you. And just to answer your question, I could see it panning out to be this way. And they seem evenly matched up to this point. 21-21 here, minute left in the second quarter. Packers really just moving it down the field. I mean, at will at this point. Had the 2 4th-down conversions, sure. They scored off of big plays. If you're the Dolphins, you got to start thinking, let's limit the big plays. Let's make them earn it coming down the field. We got Gio.
Broncos recovered.
This man multitasking. Hey, shout out to Gio, man. He sent me a grilled cheesesteak burrito from Taco Bell the other day. And sent my wife, a gordita crunch and a taco, man. Shout out to Gio.
And here, looking at the regular season schedule for the Dolphins, man, looks like they haven't really been tested. So this is a good game. They played the Bills week 1. They came was a shutout victory, 56-0. Raiders 31-17. Chiefs 28-13. Patriots 54-12. Jets 56-21. I mean, every game I'm seeing here on their schedule, they've won by at least 2 scores.
Wow.
So now they're in a game where they're down, and so it's good to see. Let's see how they respond. It looks like they haven't been in this situation all season.
I'm very curious on how many opponents that they've faced. How many playoff opponents have they faced, or how many opponents with winning records currently?
Correct.
Have they faced?
Well, actually, so I take that back. It looks like week 13 versus the Broncos. So, but if you think about it, that's 12 weeks of the season where they were, outscoring their opponent by multiple scores. But it looks like the Broncos gave them a fit. The final score was 35-33. Yes, 56-0. 56-0 versus the Bills week 1.
Wow. Wow.
Let's see here. So they beat the Broncos, playoff team. They beat the Lions 42-28. They beat the Chargers. And that is it. I mean, so we were looking at the last 13 or 14 weeks here. I mean, they had four playoff teams. So they are definitely being tested today.
Interesting. So you're saying that there's a potential fraud alert here at the number 1 seed?
Could be. We'll see tonight. Tune in.
Right. Sheesh. Now man, these last 3 games, I'm telling you, man, Jags find themselves sneaking their way into that number 1 seed. Could change the landscape of that playoff picture a whole lot. Deep shot there to Shaheed. Picked him up out of the trade. Puts him on the 28-yard line. 24 seconds left here. Give credit to both offenses so far. They're finding a way to move the chains and sustain drives.
Looks like here to the Dolphins will be wrapping up their season at home versus Seattle. That could be a lot on the line.
Yeah. Yep. A-Chan. Big time catch, and that's a great point there. Team X is in the building. 56-0 was an anomaly. Man said you must have caught him straight off a word. You didn't eat. I done been there.
Tuning back into this Broncos and Bengals game, looks like Broncos took the lead by 2 scores, 28-14 in the third quarter with the ball.
Yep, looking to run away with it there. He said that's an AI generated score. Funny as crap. 6 seconds left here. Dolphins out of timeouts. You cannot afford to get, tackled inbounds. It's either touchdown, incompletion, or out of bounds quick. What did they go for? Tua dropping back wide open, but there's a flag. A missed pass there and a holding call. That should run the clock out since it's a flag on the offense, but it looks like the clock stopped. I didn't think it worked out that way.
And he takes his 3 here. This is huge stop.
Man. They had the touchdown wide open. It looked like the flag would have brought it back, but shout out to the Packers defense. Bend but don't break. Packers did start off this game with the ball, right? So the Dolphins are going to get the ball back to start this second half. 3 points could play into their favor, but definitely want a touchdown there.
I thought typically any flags that happen within like the last few seconds, it's a runoff. Is that a rule?
Well, I thought it was that, and I also thought it was a runoff if your team caused it, right? If you're on offense, your team caused the flag, that the timer would continue to go on. But what do we know?
Yeah, huge stop by the Packers.
Big Ross says it's Madden, bro, not real life. Noted. A-Chan says, look, it's Madden. Just short of the first down, 2nd and 2. Wanted to get Commanders in here to talk his team. Not looking like it's probably panning out that way, bro. If you're in the chat, I apologize. I really want to get it figured out. A-Chan with a nice run there. Nice spin move. I really want to get it figured out to where I can get both cameras on the stream. It looks like to be able to get that done, I got to figure something out with Discord, man, because you can only bring up one Discord at a time, right? So, I don't know. Got to figure that out, man.
Looks like Packers here making some changes.
Oh, no, this is Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yep, he had that injury from Patrick Paul there. Severe risk of injury. Possibly trying to sub him out.
Let's look at the Packers' regular season schedule. Let's see if they have any notable wins.
Yeah. I mean, in that division alone, you know that they're facing the Lions twice. You have the Bears, a previous playoff contender. Who else they got? They got Packers, Bears, Lions, and that's it.
Looks
Who
like
else?
he split his wins this season versus the Lions, both close games. He had the win versus Lions 49-46, and then the loss to Lions 35-38. So very
Yep.
close games, field goal apart. He won by 2 points versus the Seahawks. You know, it's always Seahawks always a tough opponent. He beat the Panthers by 10, beat the Saints by 10, and those are some of his most notable wins this season.
Good opponents, no doubt, and a win is a win. Did have that loss, like you said, from the Lions there, which is 11-2. You got to feel some type of way accounting for one of those losses. If you're the Lions, Tua dropping out, looking for someone to get open. Wide open is Golden, but not able to hold on. Now the Dolphins are faced with their own 4th down attempt. Can they convert here?
Remember, Packers only had 2 losses this season. One from the Lions. The second loss came from the Jets, Week 7, 34-42.
Wow. Making changes at the line of scrimmage. Big 4th down attempt here. You got the tight end over the middle. And tight ends are showing up big here in this game. Able to keep the drive alive is Woods on the reception. 1st and 10 is going to bring them to the 33. And if you're the Dolphins, you're thinking, look, man, I cannot walk away this drive with only 3 points. Big roster, man. Commanders been having some tough games lately, no doubt. All right, where we at?
So looking at the Packers team here, you know, when we're looking at their receivers and tight ends, and it looks like their tight end, Kraft, is the 2nd leading receiver on his team in regards to passing yards. So he is one of his favorite targets.
Wow. I expect to see Jalen right up there. To my knowledge, they like to feed the running back some.
Yes, he is. He's actually number 3 on the team with receiving yards and receptions.
Yeah. Speaking of running backs, Devon Achane there with the reception brings them up to the 8-yard line. Both teams featuring their running backs in the receiving game, in the passing game, should I say, here in this game. 2 number 1 seeds, both representing their conference. Tua and the Dolphins find themselves in the red area, motioning Achane from the backfield, making changes at the line of scrimmage. This is where you have to stand up if you're the Packers defense. You got Parsons in coverage, Tua escaping out left. Goes with the scramble. Parsons able to get the tackle. And Tua, not known for his scramble abilities, tries to make something happen there.
Looking here at the Dolphins, you know, this is what a coincidence, because their top receiver is Waddle, followed by their tight end Woods, and then Achane as well. So similar offensive style when you look at the Packers and Dolphins, where they have their receiver, tight end, and running back, their top 3 leading receivers on their team.
Very interesting. And not names that you would really expect to see balling out there. I'm assuming it was a Tucker Kraft, and you have a Woods here for the Dolphins.
Correct.
Yeah.
Jelani Woods. Looks like 4 years, 6'7", 253. I mean, he's a big guy out there.
Yep.
Was giving me remind me of Jimmy Graham vibes. Remember Jimmy Graham back in the day on the Saints?
100%.
I mean, him and Drew Brees, man, that was a nasty combo.
Yep, you got a target like that, man. You got to give him the ball. And speaking of Woods, gets the touchdown there to take the lead for the Dolphins. Looking at a 31-28 ball game here. Packers find themselves down for the first time this game, I believe. Clark with the nice blocking on the kick return. He has the jetpack. He's on his way out of there. Touchdown. Green Bay on the kick return. Anytime you can get points off the special teams, you gotta love it.
Some will say that's Madden. You ask me, man, that was a nice stick move there by Green Bay. Man, what a move to move in, to move out.
Yep. Navigating lanes, depending on the blocks, and send them home. Shaheed trying to return the favor here. Just stopped at the 30-yard line. And, you know, that's what I love about those special team plays like that. Man, you put up points. You don't have to show much from your playbook, your offensive playbook. You get to hold back some plays, keep the defense guessing on your scheme. So anytime you can have the special team score points, man, you just got to love it.
You look at the Packers, that is their second kick return of the season. So they had one earlier in the season. Looks like their cornerback Clark. Was that Clark who scored on that kick return?
Yep.
Looks like he has 2 kick returns this season.
Not new to him. Now it's kind of unconventional. I wouldn't say real unconventional, but you know, you kind of want to stray away from cornerbacks on kick returns due to the carrying. But second touchdown on the season, you gotta like it.
And that's only on 15 returns, kick returns. You have his Melton, which looks like he was taking majority of the returns with 32 kick returns this season. So,
wow,
Clark making something happen out of nothing.
Yeah, 15, two tutties out of 15. That's perfect. We're down to 1 minute here left in the third quarter. This game is flying by. Packers take that lead back instantaneously, 35-31 here. Tua dropping back. Packers sending pressure. Tua escaping out the pocket, forced to throw it away there. Looks like the Packers sent about 5 on that rush. And that Sauce Gardner trade was a good move for them on this defense. They have the pass rushers, and they had the depth to give away some of those pieces that they did in that trade. Jets had no need for him. He got the haul that he wanted from a trade like that as far as draft picks go. Got his future quarterback, got a tight end, some other weapons on that team. Depth pieces from the Packers, and it's just one of those trades that helps out both parties. Achane leaving the backfield here. Tua making changes at the line of scrimmage, looking for someone to get open. It's a streak over the middle to Golden. Has the speed to split the defenders and take the lead right back. So to answer your question earlier, can we see this being the Super Bowl matchup? Granted, if they can make it through the gauntlet, we can see that they're evenly matched here.
Indeed, and we're looking at Dolphins punching back. Like I said earlier, that they haven't been in any game this season really where they were tested, and so we're seeing them answer back.
Right. Getting put to the flame here with another tough competitor, but showing that they have the fortitude to make it through. Clark looking for another big return there. This time, runs straight into the defender. And we'll see Drake May and this offense look to make something happen. Ross said,
we have the Broncos.
We
got the Broncos here closing out the Cincinnati Bengals, 42-27, goal line looking to punch it in.
And that game changes quick, as they tend to do.
And it typically happens in the third quarter too.
Wow.
I mean, you saw it was tied up 14-14 with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yep. Hey, look, man, I got two quarters of your scheme downloaded into our minds. We start making those adjustments at the halftime mark. Third quarter, you try to find that separation. Big time sack there from the Dolphins, man. That's what you hate to see on a first down. But, 2nd and 19, we know the Packers have big playability. They've scored off of big plays here this game. Maybe you just take it, look for 10 yards here, and then, count on your third down. You already have 2 fourth down conversions. Drake May dropping back over the middles. Christian Watson diving catch there, 3rd and 4.
Nice. We're
Haven't
talking
seen-
about the Commanders. We're talking about the Commanders earlier, and I'm just here looking at their regular season record. They lost the last 5 or 6 games, but all games they've been in it. They've been less than each game they lost less than 6 points. So they're just struggling to find a way to win right now.
Can you run that back for me? You said lost last 5 or 6?
Correct. They have lost the last 5 or 6 games.
Wow, I did not know that. Started off really strong, and yeah.
Correct. Started off 9-0, and since then had lost the last 5 of 6 games. So, and they have a tough schedule to end the season. They have Seahawks, Ravens, and Rams left.
Yeah. Wow.
So this could be one of the Imagine losing the next 3 games and not even making it to the playoffs and starting off 9-0.
Dang, Commanders was one of those guys we were supposed to be getting in here tonight. It'd be nice to get his perspective and and see what's going on with that, man. Where the headspace is at.
Talk about one of the biggest meltdowns in Madden move history. I don't think we ever seen that. 9-0 and not make the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean,
You seen the Rams 0-9 and make the playoffs, or no, not pretty close.
right.
Yeah,
something pretty bad like it.
We saw you back-to-back seasons get on a 10-game win streak.
Yeah, but not the other way around. That's the thing about it, man. Like in this league or these, it's literally week to week, bro. I mean, you can't look forward to the next week. You just got to be locked in.
Right, it's unpredictable. I mean, my game versus Seahawks, I was going in confident. I had beat them our first matchup, and I think I had about 3 or 4 fumbles that game, and so you just don't know what's gonna happen in the game.
Yep, that's exactly it, man. And as we're seeing now, it's like you get to week 16, 17. It's like you start looking back at some of those losses, like, man. They start adding up quick. Packers able to take the lead here. Jalen Wright with the rushing touchdown on the RPO. And these guys are playing tick for tack here.
Wow, what a game.
Yeah, swapping leads, man. I think you spoke about that earlier, man, about how that field goal could come back to bite this team, huh?
Yes, and it is.
Yeah. You got to be matching touchdown for touchdown. Shaheed breaking some tackles there.
Let's see. Cowboys might creep in. Let's check it out. Let's do some research here.
Yeah. I know for sure that they'll potentially have a forced win there on the remaining of their schedule if Texans doesn't play. So that's a win you can scratch in just about.
We here looking at the NFC. I believe it's the top 7 teams, right, that make it?
Correct.
So we have Cowboys sitting right here, right outside with the number 8 seed.
Yeah, what are they, 9-7?
8-6, and they won
8-6.
this week. So this is an updated record as of this week, 8-6.
Yeah.
Seahawks 9-5, Commanders 9-5, Lions 9-4, and 49ers 9-4. So Niners and Lions have not played their game yet, and this race is going to be tight.
Man, each game
You do not want the Cowboys to sneak in. I mean, they have some really great wins this season. I mean, if I think back the game versus the Jags.
Yep.
And he pulled out the W on that game, and ever since then, I think that game set the tone for his season.
Almost a pick. Yeah, that was definitely a season-changing game because you got to keep in mind at that point in stage, these guys are like, hey, man, we got to win. Got to win if we want to have a chance to make it. And they take out the current Super Bowl champion. You got to look back to a previous game of the week where they beat us, Those are wins that you could look back on and be like, man, they beat some tough opponents, not to speak highly of myself or anything like that, but if we're taking a look at the playoff picture, who's currently in the playoff picture and the victories that they have against those guys. For the Cowboys, it's more so taking a look at the teams he's lost against, right? Those are the ones that's going to come back to bite him if he's not able to sneak in, because it's like, taking a look at some of the people he's beaten compared to maybe some teams that he's lost to, right?
Yep. And with every game, I feel like Rudolph's just getting better and better, getting better and better. So they're going to be a scary team if he can get in.
100%. Bro told me, he's like, man, I need you to do this, and this for me to get in. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to do anything to help you get in. Come on, man.
Remember that?
Shaheed with the big time touchdown, breaks the tackle as soon as he gets the reception, able to get the touchdown, take the lead as the Miami Dolphins. But I'm like, man, I'm not trying to have tougher competitors get into this playoff race. But I can't. Look, man, I'm just trying to worry about myself here at this stage. That's it.
I know the NFC, it's a gauntlet. I mean, in the AFC, you know what you have. You know who's going to be there at the end, and in the NFC, it's up for grabs.
Yeah, 100%. And we got a ball game on our hands here. This is interesting.
Now let's look at Packers clock management skills here. I mean, that's one thing going into these playoffs, man. You have to know how to manage the clock.
100%. So, what are you recommending for the Packers here?
I think they go back to running the ball with Wright, and look for their tight end on the drags and maybe some in routes. Something just across the middle, nothing too deep.
Play action from Drake May. There we go. There goes Shepard. First down plus some. Puts him at the 45. Now 36 seconds left until this 2-minute warning here. There
goes a drag.
Yep.
A drag. Was Shepard a tight end or was that a slot receiver?
I believe slot receiver.
Okay. He definitely needs to take his time here. I mean, we see Dolphins the last few drives. They're 1-2 play touchdowns away from taking the lead and winning the game. So,
right. Only 3 defensive linemen down. Another play action there. What was that?
That's where the lights get bright. Lights get bright, hands get sweaty.
Knees weak, arms are heavy, huh? Shoot. 33 seconds here. Now, what sucks about that play is that the clock stops, right? You kind of want to trickle this thing down to the 2-minute warning. Start getting field position. Diving. Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Wow, and just like that.
And that could be game, folks.
We
just talk about it, clock management. I don't think he ran the ball not once on this drive.
That's a good point there. Had the 2 play actions, right? So maybe thinking that his opponent thinking, hey, man, he's going to run the ball, goes with the play actions, looks for something big over the middle, dropped diving catch, and who gets the interception? Derwin James, who we spoke about earlier as far as that trade acquisition changing this defense.
Right. Wow. Well, that was a good stop there.
Oh, yeah, big-time play, 2nd and 12. So we're now going to trickle this clock down to a 2-minute warning situation.
Still has 3 timeouts, so if he could get a stop, I mean, he has a chance. And if he doesn't get a stop here, he could still get with 3 timeouts, still probably get the ball back with maybe about 30 seconds, no timeouts. So if he does give up a first down, but he needs a sack.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't think I'm calling a timeout unless he gets a first down. Mm-hmm. That's where it gets tough, right? Because say you get a stop here, do you call a timeout? They go with the drag. It's a stop. 3rd and 9. I'm personally letting the clock go, right?
Letting the clock go, yeah.
Yeah, these next 2 downs. Because if you call, You have to wait till that first down play is over with and then call your timeout. Because if you call it before then, I think you're just out of time.
Right.
Tua making changes at the line of scrimmage. Very interesting if they decide not to run here. Open is that big body tight end we spoke about. Woods.
And he holds on to it. Wow.
Smaller defensive backs in the area. Gets two hands on the ball, man. Able to come down with it. A big time conversion there.
And that was man coverage, and he still was able to create separation with that height and that weight. I mean,
Right.
that's a big fella.
Oh. And no superstar ability, right? So we're not getting any of those, superstar abilities to create separation or things of that nature. Just pure route running. And Tua just waiting for him to get open there. But that's why you need a Parsons to show up in a moment like that, because he had time to sit there to wait for that route to develop. Gio says, blew it. Big says that might have been the dagger. We got motion there.
Man.
Dump off to Achane. Nice spin move. Good tackle. 3rd and 2. You're down to 1 timeout left. 1 minute and 12 seconds here. You let the clock go. And if you can get a stop here, that's when you call your timeout, in my opinion. This is where you need playmakers to show up. Now, Xavier McKinney is known for interceptions, the ball hawking ability. You need a Sauce Gardner to step up and hold down his area. It's a dropped pass by Waddle. Big time KO there from Black, the defensive back, number 26. Look,
I think Dolphins has to go for this.
No timeout used, brother. No timeout used. The clock stops. 51 seconds here. You got motion from Tua. They're going to trust in their defense. They're not even going to try to put up 3 here. They're saying, hey, we can convert. It's a deep corner route, and it's not there.
Wow, what a great defense.
Yeah. Great defense, man.
Great defense or bad offensive play call?
I chalk it up to the play call. It feels kind of gutsy, and also feels like, look, man, nothing was open, but I got to give it to somebody, is what that felt like.
Right. Especially on a 4th and 2. I mean,
you got a reliable running back there. Great pressure there. Drake May is sacked. 43 seconds. They go with the hurry-up offense. There's no accelerated clock runoff there. You have a Christian Watson as a weapon. You need to block some extra running backs or something. A deep crossers. Not able to come down with it. Chop Robinson was there in user coverage. Tries to get the interception. Now you're sitting with 32 seconds left, down by 3.
looks like I lost connection here. Or Packers lost connection.
What do you mean? Oh, on the stream?
I was on the stream. I'm gonna have to jump into Dolphins stream.
Yeah, I'm on Dolphins myself.
Okay, maybe that's why there was the lag. Wow. I was on YouTube. You were on Twitch.
The pressure's there again, but it's Christian Watson.
Wow. No, not Christian Watson. Was that Christian Watson?
Yep, with the catch.
Is he number 69 out there?
Yeah.
Or am I seeing things?
Yeah. He got him 69'd out with the neck guard and the
He changed his skin complexion and all. I thought that was a tackle. We talk about trickery, deceivery. We haven't seen that one yet this season.
Trying to camouflage these guys. Now, look, we talked about a Dolphins defense, right? The pressure's
And
there.
he had him. Can he put it there?
Christian Watson!
He put it there!
With the big-time catch! Feed your weapon. Double coverage or not, he says, double me.
And I kept my eye on him from the start of the play, and he just has the release. The release speed is insane. As soon as he said hi, he took off, and he was 3-4 yards ahead of the DB.
Yeah. And we see why he puts up the stats that he does here. 11 seconds left. Drake May with the clutch drive here, down by 3. No,
Wait,
he didn't get out of bounds.
wait, he blew it.
He didn't get out of bounds.
He did not get out of bounds. Wow.
I gotta go back and look at that tape.
What an ending to the game. Wow.
Sick mode. Clock ran out. Wow. Look at Drake May. 429, 3 touchdowns. Tua, 448, 4 touchdowns. Look at the completion rate. 81%, 73%. I thought Christian Watson was out of bounds there.
You know, I think he possession caught that ball. So when he caught it, I think his knee hit inbounds and maybe he got touched. And that's the only thing I could think. So should he have did a rat catch instead of possession catch? That's the question there.
Well,
If it was a rat catch, he goes out of bounds.
Well, you have to ask yourself, would he have came down with it if he did a rat catch? You know?
That's true. He was so close to that sideline.
Yeah. Wow. 2 number 1 seeds there. Interesting game.
It's like Ross Gaming. I told y'all. We got Guru over here. He told us the Packers are fraud.
Wow, I gotta rewatch that clip. That is interesting.
I mean, they shot themselves in the foot. You know, they had the ball 2 minutes to go in the game. They decided to call 2 play action passes, not run the ball.
Yeah.
And turn the ball over.
Yeah. Oh, he said spike it. No, I wasn't even paying attention to the clock. I just assumed he was out of bounds, if I'm honest, bro. I wasn't even looking at the clock. That's crazy. 2 number 1 seeds, chess match. Let me see here. Commanders, are you in the chat? You want to try to get in and come talk to us real quick, man? I know we've been on here for a while.
Yeah, we need you in here. We need to talk about what's going on.
Commanders,
with the
let
Commanders.
me know. Maybe if he joins up, maybe we could just get him to do the voice chat, keep you on cam, and we can at least just talk to him for a little bit here. We'll see. I might bring him on cam though, just to. All right, Ishmael, you in the chat, Ish?
Well, Big said he caught the ball with 20 seconds left. Oh, there he goes.
All right, we got Commanders in the chat.
Yeah, I talked a lot about these Commander losses. I'm like, I got something to say.
Yeah.
Some explaining to do. Now, what's going on, man? Appreciate you tuning in.
I sure am. Do you see me?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to bring it up like this. Ray, let's see if we can get you in here, Ray. I don't know what happened to your voice, to your video.
I turned it off. I could turn it back on.
Yeah, maybe turn it on and we could keep it like this, so we can both all be dialed in here. All right, guys, what's going on? We got Commanders in the building. Coming off that crazy game. I'm sure you tuned in there. Dolphins, Packers, man. Let's talk about these Commanders though here a little bit. Ray, you want to start us off here, brother?
Sure, but first I want to get your thoughts on that game, Packers versus Dolphins. Let's say you're the Packers, 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. What would you have done down by 3?
Nah, honestly, I can't even be mad at the Packers. That's how you should catch a ball like that. You what was it? You possession catch. It was a
Mhm.
very close catch. Yeah, it's just a bad break that he didn't end up out of bounds. It looked like it though, so I can't even blame him. Like when
Right.
I do deep passes, use their possession catch is a lot better. But sometimes it worked out. It worked out that way. Sucks.
Right. Now, I think Jamon made a good point. Like when you're so close to that sideline, if you run the risk of not catching it if you use square and rat catch that. And that happened to me a couple of times, like with post routes. You hit square and you don't get that extra foot in, and next thing you know, it's fourth down and you have to punt the ball or go for it. So, um,
Exactly.
no, definitely a good catch, or good catching style there. But let's talk about the Commanders. You start off the season hot, nine. I think were you 9-0, and looks
Eight
like
and
here 8-0, and looks like here these last 5 to 6 games, you came out with some losses, but you're in each game. So what do you think right now is not allowing you to finish these games off?
no, I think that my competitors have been good, but I've been testing out new playbooks.
Okay.
So I tested out the Browns playbook. I think the Bo was right that some of them are kind of weak. So the Browns playbook got some exotic chips formations that I like to use, and it was very fun to use them, but their run plays were kind of weak. And then
Okay.
this week, I've been testing out the new one that came out. What's it called? The 335 high.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I was testing out that new for me. It's only in the Arizona Cardinals playbook, so I've been testing out new things, thinking that I was safe, and then the Cowboys just started winning games.
Right.
Like I'm just cruising, just testing out new plays, new things to prepare for the playoffs, and he just creeps right back in.
Yeah. And for new guys, man, joining the Madden move here. I mean, Cowboys is one of those guys, man, that you always seen in the playoff picture or even, in Super Bowl contention. So last year was an anomaly, and then kind of how this season starts off. Granted, it's a new Madden, different things like that, man. But yeah, brother, it's one week at a time, man. These guys, is competitive, and it creeps up on us like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Still leading the division though. Right now it looks like you played all your division games. You finished off the season 4-2 with your division record, and then doing great at home. You're 6-1 at home. So it looks like a lot of these losses, are happening on your away games. Um,
That's a
with
good
that,
point.
usually, Madden, there's a lot, I think, home field advantage out there that happens for sure. And so I know there's a couple of breaks probably didn't go your way, but solid, so overall solid season. Um, I think I played you this season as well. I lost that game.
I was ahead
Pretty
of
pretty
you.
bad, pretty bad. I think third quarter I just started making mistakes. Third
You were
quarter,
ahead,
and
yeah.
yeah, but I think your offense is different from what we see in here in the move day to day, and I think that's what I really like about watching you play and playing against you is you come with a different style, come with a different scheme that I've never seen. I didn't really know how to play that scheme, and people are still struggling. Like I said, you're still putting up 30, 40 points a game. You're just on the defensive side, it's tough to get a stop, but that's a lot of teams here in the league. This season is trying to get that 1-2 stops, and we saw it today with the Dolphins. Getting that last stop at the end off the tip drill. I mean, he still Packer still almost had the chance, but I mean that was a big play there. So, what do you think on defense? Your team is missing, or will help you get over that hump.
Gotcha. I ain't gonna lie, I like that new playbook, the new formation, the 335 high. Like,
Hmm.
it allows you to do very creative type of like adjustments. So I
Okay.
think that might be the one I stick to.
So
Right.
Um, what's sweet about it is that like the scissors concept, meaning that like you man up the running back and then still it blitzes the middle very well. So I'm honest, like they give it up to the Eagles because I was coming after him, and he like his roster just destroyed me at the
Wow.
line of scrimmage. Like Barkley was just getting like he wasn't even getting touched.
Right.
Well,
My man were losing at the line.
Yeah.
I want to say this too though. Like even out of the last 4 losses though, I mean, lost by total combined of just 16 points, right? And I know Ray has spoke on it. Each game has just been close, man. Close. You look back, starting off, with that Texans game, just 5 points. Cowboys 5 points there. Jags just 3-point game, and then Eagles here another 3-point game. I've been through a similar slump like that myself, to where those are the games you look back at like, man, you kidding me, bro? I mean, even a week before, 2 weeks before the loss streak started against the Titans, it was just a 3-point loss. So all these games are just right there, man. Just right there. Are you seeing a change from like a second half drop off in production, or is it more things happening first, or is it just kind of all over the place?
Gotcha. Hmm. No, I mean, I'm not the type of person to care what kind of seating I have in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, just get me in
wherever
there.
if I get in there, uh, playoff commanders are going to be different. I'm just letting you know we scheming. We're not showing all of our cards unless we need to.
I respect it. I like that.
Believe it or not, my main formation is a quads formation, just a pure quads, and that's why I used the Lions. I haven't used it once.
As the
And huh?
Oh, no, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, we got other things, but we gotta learn people, man. I gotta watch more of you guys' games, get some notes, have some preparation,
Well,
because
so
you got
far you're
teams.
yeah, so far you're 2-0 against the NFC West. So you have 3 games remaining, and 2 of those opponents will be from the NFC West. So you
Same
have the
thing.
Seahawks
Yeah.
next, and the Rams, both playoff teams. So, and then you have the Ravens, who I think they're in the playoffs as well,
They are
right?
current fifth seed.
Currency. So those are some very tough games here you have, and you got Cowboys, right on your tail there. What are you thinking of with these next 3 games? Are you going to stick with that 3-3-5 defense? Are you going to go back to your old offensive playbook? What are you thinking?
So going back to the old offensive playbook and doing the new defense. But
Okay.
yeah, we've been leveling up. I don't listen. Anyways, if I'm the 7th seed, if I'm the 4th, any
Yep.
way possible, we good. So you're saying, Ray, that it's only right for me to take out the rest of the NFC West because I right?
Hey, if
Like
you do that,
it's
that's
fair
it.
to just go 4-0, so everybody has one. Right?
Yeah, no, I mean that'll be a tough thing to do. We were going over the stats earlier today. We saw Rams. When they were up there, they were one of the top rushing teams. And you had the Seahawks, who statistically offense, passing and rushing, top 10 team as well. So, I mean, being able to go in that division and just sweeping that division, I mean, definitely shows a lot about your skills if you can do that. Which I have no doubt in you. You've been playing well all season. I think the versus Jags too. That was your game. You gave him a battle. I think you had him down by 10 points, and I think of 10. At the end of the half. So I was a little bit shocked. I thought you were gonna able to hold on to it, because you're moving up and down the field. But I mean, he's a legend in the league, and you're able to keep up with him and almost pulled it out. So I think it definitely shows that, hey, you can hang with the best.
If I had an energy drink, can we test them for performance enhancement? Like he said, he took some drugs. I'm joking.
I respect the strategy though, man, and
Right?
I respect the strategy.
Anything to get one up. We saw the Packers earlier, right? Who had Watson with the number 69, and out there, looking like a lineman. So
I would.
whatever helps to get the edge.
You know what was my secret? If you remember this, for the first 9 games of the season, my center was my kickoff kicker.
I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
We might have to put him back.
Just little stuff
We have
like
the
that, man.
Cowboys. We got the Cowboys here in the chat. He said, "Hey, Cowboys benefit from either a Commanders loss or a Seahawks loss." So Commanders right now sitting in the 8th seed, and they're 1 game out from playoffs. So
Yeah, I want to see him in there. He was probably my best game, like the best competitor. But what
right.
is our first game went to overtime, and then the second one, he definitely beat me there. Like
So
his
yes,
switch stick was good.
Yep.
yeah. So you definitely have some must-win games here. I mean, you got Cowboys with 8. What was it, 8-6? But they win now. They're 11-6.
And Ray, I just want to take a look at this really quick. If I can move over here to the standings real quick, just to even take a look at the AFC and see how comfortable the Ravens are. Which, okay, so in the AFC we do have a little drop off here. So the Ravens are 10-3. Right behind them is the Broncos at 9-5. Titans are a playoff team. They're 7-6. Chargers are 7-7. So Chargers are trying to fight their way in. I was going to say how important these games are for the Ravens because, I mean, even your last 3 opponents ish, because they're all playoff opponents. And the race gets close, but it doesn't look like the Ravens are in desperate need as the NFC teams are.
Mhm.
So everyone's going to be fighting here, man. Towards the end, it gets gritty. I know I can't afford to lose many more games myself. We got to be able to win out here. 10-4, and that NFC is just so dang close, man. Cowboys 8-6, Bucks 7-6. Really, they could edge out, say if a Commanders takes a dip, a Seahawks takes a dip, even the Lions or myself, man, it's gonna come down to it.
So that week 18, you got anything to say? Like if it's down the line, and it's either you or me for a playoff spot.
I say, look, man,
Wow.
I was like, I'm looking at Vines and I'm like, dang, this dude's balling, man. I didn't want him compared with my rookie running back, man, because he was just getting up there. So I'm taking a look at him, and
He's X Factor now.
yeah. Oh, you said he's hurt?
No, he's X Factor.
Oh, he's X Factor. See, that's my running back's just a superstar. So that just goes to show, man. That's someone I've been keeping my eyes on. And, I'm seeing how you're manipulating the offense. Not manipulating, I guess is the right word, but with JD, able to get the pocket, extend plays, and make things happen in the passing game, is something I'm looking at, man. I know.
Demon.
Got to be able to apply pressure, man. Got to be able to apply pressure to your offense and get after the quarterback as best as we can. But yeah, like you said about your defense too, you know how to get them home to the quarterback. So we're gonna have to cook up something different. You guys see the Rams, man. They're like, hey, they're top rushers and all this. I want people to plan for the running game and see what we can do. Not having Puka really hurts. Really hurts the offense.
What happened to Puka? Oh, you traded him?
Nah, he got injured for the full season, man. Week 2. Yeah, tough break. We got Dimitri in the chat. What's going on, brother? Happy birthday to your daughter, man. We got Chiefs in the chat as well. I need to watch out for Broncos too. I'm in his last 2 games. What?
Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
Hmm?
Where are you from?
So I grew up in New York City, in Dominican Republic.
Nice. Okay. So are you still in New York City?
No, I moved to DC. So I live in DC, in the DC area.
Okay.
Right between the Commanders and the Ravens.
Nice. We have all the Madden Move brothers, man. We're all across the map. So
Right? Extended it.
right, that's what makes this so special, this league. So appreciate you, Jamon, for running the league the way you do, and keep going.
Yes, sir, man. It's all you guys, man. Here in Oklahoma, myself got one local guy myself. So the Cowboys, You know, that's my brother, man, for a long time now. Just the only other local person. But yeah, everyone's spread out across the map, man. And a strong core group, man. We've been rocking here for a while. So it's cool to get new faces in, new competition, and, you know, expand the league, dude. It's been exciting. And, you know, season 2, ready to see how this thing ends, bro.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I've been in a couple of leagues for a couple of years now, and you guys have a really good structure there, like in here. So I appreciate you guys bringing me in, and yeah, I'm just hoping to make more enemies.
Right on, bro. Yeah, we are.
I play better if there's beef on the line.
Hey, we're getting to that time. We're getting to that time, man. Remind me, when did you join up?
This season, at
Yeah,
the start of the season.
at the very start of the season, right?
So I didn't draft. I just came in that preseason.
Yep. Yeah. Strong introduction. We got some comp.
You want to laugh? My best skill set is drafting.
Yeah.
And team building. I'm like, and then I'm seeing what the Saints are doing. And I'm like, oh, we got some real GMs and team developers.
Yeah, man.
I'm out here just taking notes.
That was the biggest thing. And you guys know, if you've been a part of franchise for a long time, man, some guys just, you know, I don't know. I'm happy there's a whole bunch of conscious GMs in here. Let's just say that, man. Team builders, people that really evaluate the draft, you know how to draft players, even as far as trades go, you know, just being real responsible for their teams, man. I think that's really important because, you know, I've seen some worst of the worst, you know, being in franchise settings for sure. But yeah, all is good here, man. I think this is a good stream. Appreciate you dropping in. You said Ish is the best?
Yep. I go by Ish.
Ish, man, we appreciate you, brother. Hey, week 18, get ready for a battle, my friend.
If I already got it, I don't know. But if not, I'm coming for you.
Yep. Hey, we'll be waiting. I got to avenge my boy,
man.
Ray.
All right. Take care, guys.
Hey, peace out,
All right,
man.
take care.
All right. So we got Ish on in here, man, with the Commanders chopping game. How did I do this? I don't know.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked. There we go, Ray. Got you squared away. Hey, brother, appreciate you, man. Dropping in and, you know.
Yeah, no, I had a great time, man. Thank you for having me today, and I look forward to many more.
Yeah, super dope, man. Gotta find a way to keep this up, man. Yeah, it was cool. Everybody, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Don't forget to hit the sub, like, comment, all that good stuff, man. Ray, brother, I appreciate you. We'll stay locked in and see
Yes,
what
sir.
the future holds.
Tune in tomorrow. I play the Chiefs, man. It's gonna be a tough game. It's one of those sleeper teams. I know he's really good, so it's gonna be a tough one.
Right.
I need to win.
Yeah, the record doesn't tell the story for sure. What time you guys playing?
I think in the afternoon, probably like I think 12 p.m. PST.
Okay. Gonna put us at about 2 Central. Yeah, so I'm gonna tune in, bro, because hey, you my guy, but I need a loss. I can't even lie to you. I can't lie
Man, this
to
race
you.
is getting tight. It's getting tight.
Yeah.
All right, man. Take care.
Hey, be easy, brother. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
'95 chain, I'm a ball out Tom Brady. Michael Vick, I'm a dog. I've been running the play like I'm 95 J. I'm a ball out all day. Thank the Lord on the way. 95 J with the action. 95 J with the action.